Welcome to the first of a series of videos describing the features and functions of the Icon 100 press brake controller. In video 1 we can begin by making a drawing for a part and designing the bend sequence. We use Icon as the design tool in this work. Its functions make the design simple and easy for the operator to complete and pre-test before making the actual part on the machine. We're going to begin this demonstration by generating a new part, simulating that part, and then running the job to make that part. We start this by selecting new part, touch draw, select that as the template, then we simply click the shape of the part on the screen. We don't get too concerned about it at this stage. Once completed, we set the last length, that's this length here, let's say 25. Using that dimension, the Icon system will then set the dimensions in accord with that first scale. So we'll set the stock, in this case we're going to make it 2mm material, and we'll change the dimensions that aren't quite correct. So there's the part that we want to make. We can give it a new name and we'll call it gutter bracket. We've already got tooling set here. We have the test fine tool for the top tool and a diode number 3 for the die block. So now we're going to ask Icon, we're using X and R axes, now we're going to ask Icon to find a sequence, the best bending sequence for us with that tooling. This blue line indicates the number of completions. Each one of these kinks indicates a new method of dealing with this particular part. Icon's found the optimal bend sequence for us. We can then simulate this part, and to do that these two red circles indicate 50 and 100mm from the center position. There are a few things that are wrong with the way that Icon's found that, a few inconvenient methods. So we'll go and edit the job, and this time we'll edit the job manual in our bending sequence. So we'll go back to the first bend and we'll accept that. The next bend, I think we might rotate here and run this piece out to the gauge. So if we rotate, as we've done, and then we'll set X to point. X to point. That's correct. We'll go to the next one. This doesn't work very well, so we'll rotate again, and we'll also retract. Retractor's already on for bend number 3. And this is not so good either, so we'll rotate back the other way and we'll set X to point again. Let's look at the whole sequence. Bend 1, bend 2. Now in this case you may want to rest the material onto the flat face of the X finger. So position 1 is selected, and now that's set. We've got retract, we've rotated, and we've flipped. This looks good now. So we'll go back into simulate. This looks good. Now we can run the job. We're starting at bend 3, we'll just go back to the first bend. Bend 1. Running the job and editing these fields will be the subject of a future video. Thanks for watching.